whatever you settle and try to do better. Remember to never say never, keep your head up, let's do it together. That's in my life, that's in my daughter, that's in my father, that's in my mom, that's in my brothers and samurais on you settling up and you planning right holla. People stuck in that trap, that dream for a brighter day. All my life, ooh, we on our way.
So I started to, like, as I said, I incorporate, like, as I started to incorporate more singing and things, I started to sing more love songs and things, because that's an emotion we all feel. Right. Or sing more about the actual depths of my character, you know, how I'm always like manic and depressive and up and down and here and there, or sing about things that are true. Yeah, that's what it has to be for me now. I can put myself out of I can bring myself out of myself talking about like conditions for like imagining in third person. Or, you know, character crafting songs, you know what I mean?
Together we can run it now. To my people stuck in that trap, that dream for a brighter day. All my life, ooh, we on our way. To my people who got our back, and the ones who passed away. All my life, ooh, we on our way.
Back when SoundCloud was like really popping off, like, and you know, and it was getting the organic feed. This is like, you know, 12 years ago. Got some beat from some dude that was like a 6-minute beat, and it had a bunch of violin, like a violin sample. I don't know if it's still on there, but I wrote just something based on the violin. But what I wrote is like a story about a little fucking pauper kid who plays a violin in back alleys in like 1880. That had nothing to do with me. Like, I ain't that kid, but it's a good story, and it like speaks to the human condition.
Once upon a time there was a young street popper, used to pick pockets from elites at the opera, used to sneak in through a window that he propped up and hit the balconies and make a killing on the pockets. But every night he hit a few and he creep into his secret spot somewhere up in the old stage, sit and watch the rest of the performance. Man, he fucking loved it when the symphony played, couldn't get enough of it, cause the voice of the beautiful divas was so clear. But one sound above the others stood out to his ear, it was the voice of the violin, beautiful as shit. Every time he heard it, it would like call to him here. Then one night, the world's greatest violinist was playing a recital, and he knew he couldn't miss it, so he snuck it.
It's a story about a kid whose parents are like gone, and he picks pockets outside of an opera house, because that's where the big pickings are, you know, the upper crust of society. And he likes to creep into the windows and the scaffolding into the opera house and everything after he makes his pickings and listen to whatever it is. And he likes the violin best. The most famous violinist in the earth comes to town, a violinist. He sees him in the spotlight. He has this violin that looks like it costs $1 million. He divulges a scheme that he wants to steal that violin. This is a rap song that I put together, and like, what the fuck does it have anything to do with me? I don't know. It's like, it's
just a good story.
Why not try to snatch the best? It's a no-brainer. So without a second thought, after the lights are dim and the people all walked, he dropped like a ninja down a sandbag, pulling, made no sound or a shadow. How could he get caught? Got the kid.
It's just the human condition in the story. You know what I mean? Like, you can relate to like struggling through things, or you can relate to practicing a medium. You know what I mean?
Right.
An art. You can relate to looking up to someone,
right? Yeah.
And like, there's
finding out about something you didn't know happened, you find out about it later. That's something most people can relate to.
So
like some tragic shit happens and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, when I write stories too, they tend to be tragedies too, like
these worries creeping in my mind. Like, why can't I be what I want inside?
the last video I put out. It's the video for the song called Worms. We shot it in Beloit, actually, when I was there. We shot it at the Trestle. I decided to do it at a location that was reminiscent of my youth, and to think about whether I've changed beyond the person that I was at that point in time. There's a reason why I did it down there.
Just trigger my aggression. I don't wanna live, but to do with a death wish. Maybe in death there's a peace I can rest in. God below my light, shitting out the darkness, chewing up my hope with every item on the menu. Planting little eggs, getting busy for the harvest. Now my inner fire's too tired to continue. Oh God, these worms, they creep dead on the inside. And God knows they pity in me alone.
It's all emo, soul vibe. There's no rap at all. It's like, and it's called Heartstrings. It's either like a trap soul vibe, or it's like a neo soul, or like I said, that funky. You can't really explain why you're doing it. Like, it's the same reason why you can't explain why you can't stop doing it, or what's like what is your motivation to create? It's like, I don't know. It's like to exist.
Can't help
Therefore
yourself.
I am.
Like LSD, things keep running in my spine. For memory, I'd like to leave behind.